everyone, this is Marjorie
And Dan.
and we are doing a little kind of a fun series based on adventures and travels because we never really got a chance to tell you about them. We had a lot of little mishaps and things that happened, and so it was kind of like now we can look back and laugh at a lot of things. Some of them weren't that fun, and we didn't really want to come on and share negative stuff with you. So if you're new here, may I say welcome, and would you please subscribe and ring the little bell, and you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. And also give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please leave a comment so we can get to know you. And now, this video, you could probably tell. What do you think we're going to talk about our adventures?
We can talk about Governor.
London! We went on a three country extravaganza, and we had a blast. It was, first stop was London, second stop was Paris, third stop was Barcelona, and we had interesting adventures in all of those. So, and I thought this might be fun because a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, pretty much all the time, there's no cruises happening, there's no travel happening. So maybe you can enjoy the little stories we have to share, and that'll kind of be fun. Okay, let's get going. Dan, you're up. What was your favorite, one of your very favorite things in London? And by the way, Dan should tell you, is this your first trip to London?
I was stationed in England for about 2.5 years, back about 1 million years ago. I left there in 1975, so that's pretty much 1 million years ago. I lived in a little town called Bury-St-Edmunds. It's about 50 miles north of London while I was there, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time that I spent there. And it was really nice to get back. London was one of the cities that I wanted to see specifically. Even though we didn't get out of the city, we didn't go to where I used to be stationed. But as far as my three favorite things in London, there was the Tower of London, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Second was the Shard. The Shard is the tallest building in London. It wasn't there, obviously, when I was stationed in England. It was an experience to take it all the way to the top, and it had a spectacular view of the entire city and the surrounding area, and I really enjoyed that.
We're gonna, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna post pictures. I might be able to insert them in here. I'm new to editing. They'll either be inserted in the video as we're talking about things, or they'll be inserted at the end. So anyway. Some really good pictures of the tower and the Shard. So. And we tried to pick different favorites so we could share a total of 6 things with you. Those were Dan's memorable top 2.
And my third was we stayed in an area of Chelsea, was where our hotel was, and we found this restaurant that was located in Sloane Square. And we actually met a American couple there, and we spoke to them. They sat right next to us, and we spoke to them. And really, there was really a delicious meal, and really enjoyed the time at the restaurant. So that's pretty much my 3. Go ahead, Marjorie, your turn.
Okay, one of my favorites, and I don't know, my 3 are kind of tied. I really, I enjoyed London when we got over there, but I was not prepared for the amount of walking we were going to have to do. And I thought I was. I went for some long walks before we went over there, and I bought appropriate shoes, but my old body just wasn't having it. So I suggest if you ever go to London or Europe, they walk a lot there. Not like us. We don't just get out of our car, go to the grocery store, and go back. They walk everywhere. They walk to the store. Anyway, back to my favorites. My favorite was the San Domenico Hotel. Oh, it was in Chelsea, in an area called Sloane, and it was such a beautiful hotel. It was almost like just a giant bed and breakfast inn. It was beautiful. That's all I can say. Perfect location. We could walk down to the roundabout circle that was close to, is it called the Underground?
Yes, yeah, Sloane Square.
Yeah, and they had really, it was in one of the classiest, ritziest areas, you know, Tiffany's and all of the fancy stores. And you'd got to see the nannies walking the little children to their little schools, all dressed in their, I mean, they looked like Mary Poppins taking the little kids to school. They were all wearing their little uniforms with their emblems on them, or maybe it was like Hogwarts, I don't know. We saw some of them at Tower of London too, and they were so cute, watching all of these kids on a field trip looking at all of the interesting things. My second favorite was Selfridges, and I don't know if any of you have seen Selfridges, the series that was on a while back. If you're Downton Abbey fans,
it was on PBS.
It was on PBS, and what's the guy's name that played in it?
Can't remember his name.
Anyway, it was such a good series, and the basic gist of the whole series is he was an American that opened up a competitor to, what's that great big, what's the main shopping store? Harrods. And he opened up a competitor, and he kind of like outdid them actually in the beginning. Series is fascinating. And so we went to Selfridges, and that was beautiful. We had tea there, and that was fun. And then...
Tea is not just tea.
No, tea is not just tea when you have tea. Or anywhere in England, it's tea and sandwiches and
Crumpets
sweets, crumpets, you know, scones, whatever. Anyway, and so that was fun. That was really a blast, and I think I bought something there. I can't remember. Oh, I bought a tea canister that's really pretty and had Earl Grey in it, which is my favorite tea. Also, my third favorite, so my first favorite was San Domenico, our hotel. The second was Selfridges. And then my third favorite was Kensington Palace, and it was so spectacular. It was stunningly beautiful. I mean, it was just, you know, the cathedral inside there.
Prince Andrew lives there.
Prince Andrew lives there, what he said. Anyway, and yeah, it was just a beautiful, beautiful place to tour. Yeah. Now then, we're going to talk quickly about our least favorites, because this kind of impacted our trip. You go, Dan.
Our least favorites was the protests. We weren't able to, we had bus rides already paid for, and
Yeah, we really planned
and all
this
three
trip.
cities. We had all sorts of stuff, and the bus rides was
The
almost
double-decker red.
was almost a waste of time because they had so many protests, pretty much in all three cities that we went to during that time, that the buses couldn't get around. Couldn't get to basically the downtown area at all, so
Yeah.
it was almost like a waste of time. But I mean, it was still very enjoyable. I really enjoyed seeing London again, and like I said, it's been an awfully long time since I've been there, more than 45 years. So that was my least favorite.
Well, that was my least favorite too. But even with that being said, and as the adventures go on in Paris, which you may want to come back next week or whenever I post the Paris one and check that out. Even with all the negative things, not all the negative, even with the few things that happened that were not fun, or that we wouldn't want to have happen again, we actually both loved the trip. And we were even talking the other day, should we all be able to travel again one of these days, we would love to go to Rome, right?
Yeah.
Rome, Italy, yeah. And
I, of course, wasn't crazy about the plane ride. Being 6'3", none of the seats are made for people 6'3", and I didn't sleep the entire way over there. Marjorie actually did get some sleep. I got none, so I was
Yeah.
pretty much a zombie when we arrived.
Yeah. But anyway, above and beyond all that, it was a beautiful trip, and I'm so glad we did it. Unlike him, I had never been to Europe before. I've never been overseas. And so that's our story about our trip to London. And thank you for watching. And please join us next time because we're going to be taking you to Paris. So, talk to you.
Jolly good.
Jolly good. He's good at that, I'm not. Anyway, I'll probably throw in a few French things. I took French in high school. Wow. I can remember like 4 words. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.
Bye.